Survivor Palau is a season of dominance, devastation, and decisions so dumb they could only happen underwater. From marooning to meltdowns, buoy battles to bathroom builds, we're counting down the 10 wildest, weirdest, most unforgettable moments this shipwreck of a season had to offer. Let's get this out of the way early. At number 10, when people think of Survivor Palau, they think of the complete dominance of Koror and the utter destruction of Ulong, a tribe that didn't win a single immunity challenge. 7 losses in a row, unprecedented. It was hilarious unless you were on Ulong.
Koror is right. Koror wins immunity again.
Week after week, Ulong showed up to challenges with hope in their eyes and promptly got steamrolled. They even lost the gross food challenge, and Bobby Jon's spirit finally broke, right alongside his gag reflex.
Tom's got it.
By the time it was down to just Stephenie and Bobby Jon, Jeff couldn't even pretend it was a fair fight. There weren't enough people to vote, so the game forced them into a fire-making duel. It was Ulong's final tribal, minus the whole tribe part.
Because there are only 2 of you, there'll be no vote. There will be an individual immunity challenge. Loser goes home.
Stephenie won, Bobby Jon went home, and with a combination of pride, defiance, and visible exhaustion, Steph stood alone on the beach and declared her lonely, doomed independence.
This is crazy.
It's just you.
Me now.
What do you think tonight's gonna be like?
It's gonna be scary.
Then, in a final insult to her suffering, she got absorbed by Koror. No new buff, no fanfare, just congrats, here's your new tribe. Try not to cry on the firewood.
Give her a back, give her a back.
Ulong wasn't just a bad tribe, they were a total collapse, a demolition, a Survivor what not to do masterclass. At number 9, the challenge is simple. Build the best bathroom, and we'll build you the best shelter in Survivor history. And the second you hear that, yeah, you already know who's winning.
Your tribe is going to build a bathroom. 2 sections, toilet area, and a shower and a wash area.
Because this is Koror, the try-hard tribe of golden retrievers, the tribe that keeps winning everything with the patience of dads doing a weekend project and the muscle mass of a Home Depot grand opening. They don't just win, they dominate. Meanwhile, over at Ulong, Kim is slowly dying of anemia. James is confusing leadership with loudness, and Bobby Jon is foaming at the mouth like he's training for an off-brand CrossFit cult. So yeah, the bathroom challenge, not even close. Let's break it down. The reward itself, massive. If you win, you get a toilet, a shower, and oh yeah, a production built shelter, as in they build it for you. A Survivor first, no more rats, no more tarp flapping in the wind, no more waking up to sand in your spleen, a true 5-star upgrade.
It is a major.
Oh, it's huge. A tarp would have been a great reward. Yeah. Instead, we get a construction crew. Like, come on.
Koror naturally treats this like it's the Olympics. Tom immediately assumes the role of job site foreman. Ian grabs 6 tools like he's memorized the Home Depot catalog. Even Willard carves a charming little watch your step sign like he's auditioning for HGTV's. What starts as a bathroom turns into a resort. There's a latrine with proper ventilation, a designated pathway, a functioning shower. Jeff Probst and Jesse, the construction judge, arrive for the walkthrough, and Tom practically gives them a full Zillow listing. Would you like a tour? Yes, right this way to the open concept crapper. Ulong, meanwhile, is out here hot gluing plywood together with the sheer force of Bobby Jon's rage. James is barking orders at everyone. Kim is sewing her way into irrelevance, and Angie is just trying not to burst a blood vessel. Even Ulong knows they've lost. Cut to sunset, and then
Looks like a Home Depot boat.
oh yes, the boat comes back, and it's not just carrying a crew, it's carrying an entire damn house.
I can't even begin to explain how great our shelter is. It's beautiful. It's not even a shelter, it's a home.
Koror isn't just sleeping comfortably now. They're living better than most of the crew. This is before Fiji's haves versus have-nots twist. Before Exile Island, before reward steals, back when comfort was rare. And Koror just got a beachfront property. This reward doesn't just boost morale, it completely tips the game. Koror wins the shelter, then wins the next day. Ulong, they're too tired, too malnourished, too over it to even get their canoe pointed in the right direction. Again, this was Survivor's moment of class division, because when one tribe has the Taj Mahal and the other has the lazy boy of despair, you're gonna feel it every single day.
You know what? I'm sitting here asking her if she knows how to make fire, and you guys are making jokes like you're at open mic. You tell me, what am I supposed to think?
Number 8, Exile Island. It may have become a staple of Survivor lore in later seasons, but in Survivor Palau, its first appearance was less legendary twist and more corporate punishment, and no one felt that punishment harder than Janu, whose personal downward spiral this episode was so dramatic, she could have submitted it as an audition tape for intervention. The storm had been building since the previous night. Kobe was blindsided at Tribal, and Janu, who thought she was going home, reacted with what could only be described as a haunted pumpkin grin. It was creepy enough that Katie and Jen immediately started trash talking her in the morning.
Well, then why don't you tell me to my face? Why do you have to go to your little friends and tell them? That's what I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be sorry.
Well,
That's who you are.
Janu overheard, confronted Katie directly, and in doing so sealed her own fate as the tribe's designated pariah. If Janu felt like an outsider before, she was now the awkward theater kid sitting alone in the cafeteria, while the majority alliance practiced synchronized eye rolls. Then came the reward challenge. Somehow, despite being barely alive and universally disliked, Janu landed on the winning team. She even summoned enough energy to cry about it, and once they made it to the feast, she celebrated the only way she knew how, with spiritual enlightenment and vomiting.
Shake. Good guy.
While Greg and Tom were shoveling ribs into their mouths like cavemen, Janu was committing some kind of gastrointestinal war crime. Karen the empath was not pleased.
One more thing. Today's challenge also reveals how you handle fear. The first person to bail on this challenge will face the ultimate test of fear.
And then came the twist, Exile Island. Jeff Probst announces that whoever drops first in the upcoming immunity challenge will be exiled for the night. Naturally, it takes about 2 minutes for Janu to peace out.
Have you made fire yet?
Oh, no.
Katie, glad it's her and not you?
Well, hell yeah, Jeff.
And to top it all off, when the rest of Koror breaks out laughing at her misery, Jeff scolds them. This guy who once watched a man fall into a fire and kept filming was like, hey now, that's too mean.
You know what? I'm sitting here asking her if she knows how to make fire, and you guys are making jokes like you're at open mic. You tell me, what am I supposed to think?
But plot twist.
Moon, stars.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes of tribal disdain, she gets a flame going, does a bizarre solo victory dance, and suddenly, for one brief night, she is the queen of Exile Island. It's honestly a better vibe than anything she had at camp. Still, good vibes don't win you $1 million. At Tribal Council, Janu finally voices what everyone else had been thinking for 10 days. She wants out.
Janu, why keep you?
No reason they can get rid of me.
It's one of the strangest quits in Survivor history. No drama, no fanfare, no epic rain-soaked monologue, just a woman who'd rather spend a night alone in the jungle than with Koror.
Janu, per your wishes, this game is over for you, but you will not go home. You'll return and be a part of our jury.
Thank you, Jeff.
Good night.
At number 7, we rewind to episode 11, where the women of Koror were on the verge of doing something revolutionary, working together. With 4 women and only 3 men left, this was textbook Survivor math. Form a tight 4, pick off the guys one by one, and strut into the final 4 like queens. The plan was there, the timing was perfect.
I love Tom.
Yeah.
I will cry when I have to write his name down.
Me too.
But I've accepted that I'm going to have to write his name down or else he's going to win.
Enter Karen. Karen was a civil rights attorney from Chicago with a neurotic streak, a Tom fetish, and the subtlety of a foghorn. Presented with a chance to join a woman's alliance with Katie, Jen, and Stephenie, and finally shift the power dynamic in the game, Karen immediately ran to Tom and blew the whole plan up. She didn't just leak it, she delivered it like a child, handing in homework early for extra credit.
What's going on?
I just told you I would tell you if your name came up, and your name's coming up all over the place.
What's going on? What do you hear?
Just that the girls are talking.
And that brings us to Katie Gallagher. Never one to mince words, Katie summed it up with glorious shade.
We can't get a female alliance together because Karen sucks.
That's it, that's the moment, that's the tweet. From there, things spiraled. The guys caught wind of the plan, the woman backed off.
Steph, Travis spoken.
Center, go.
A woman's alliance was on the table, the math made sense, the game was primed, and then Karen sucked. Coming in at number 6 is the moment our resident snark queen took center stage for one final act. A public shaming so intense, it made the dead grandma lie look like a love letter.
Oh, you're making this hard with that little grin, but the fact of the matter is that if you get my vote tonight,
the tone is set almost immediately. The jury isn't angry, they're disappointed, which as every emotionally scared child knows is way worse.
your self-proclaimed social skills really don't lie anywhere outside of your alliance.
Kobe, the conductor of this hate symphony, opens with a monologue about how much he wanted to respect Katie, and then proceeds to annihilate her with the force of 1,000 passive-aggressive Facebook posts.
Explain to me and the jury how being so pathetic is your plan. And not your plan to get an invite to number 2, but a plan to win you.
It only gets worse from there. Greg tears into her like she keyed his truck and fed his dog chocolate. Janu asks her a straightforward jury question, and Katie just refuses to answer, like flat out declines, with $1 million on the line.
Actually, I don't expect your vote, Janu. So I don't know that I need to do that.
And of course, Karen.
Katie, I'm going to tell you the things I did observe, okay? You were phony and cruel to everyone except Tom and Ian.
Katie is somehow bewildered. Every apology she musters begins with "I'm sorry if," which is basically the first thing taught to you if you had any kind of people skills, which obviously Katie lacks.
But the game is about making alliances, and that's why you're sitting over there, because you didn't make one.
I got it, Katie. Thanks.
Whoa, talking back to the jury, skills we haven't seen in such a horrid display since Clay Jordan in Survivor Thailand. Throw back anyone? So Tom wins, Katie gets 1 vote, and her legacy is cemented. The sarcastic coattail rider who got absolutely roasted by 7 bitter castaways and lived to smirk another day. Hope you're sitting down for this one because Ulong actually wins a reward. I know. At number 5, let's remember the Jellyfish Lake.
Ulong wins reward!
This is the time that the universe threw Ulong a bone. After getting wrecked in challenge after challenge, they finally hit a target and get to bask in the glory of Mai Tais, Pringles, and swimming with millions of non-stinging jellyfish. It's the kind of reward that sounds made up, like something a 12-year-old would dream about after watching Blue Planet on Sugar.
Oh, hell yeah. They all the same.
Let's have a toast. Oh, look, I got the pink one, too.
Everybody get you a bottle.
There's this golden moment where Steph grabs a Pringles can and pulls a trivia card like it's a Snapple fact. Which survivor has a daughter named Rhea? Answer: Rupert, who later goes on to vote out Stephenie on Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. 5 years later.
Which survivor Pearl Island's castaway has a daughter named Rhea?
Rupert.
Yes.
Then they reach Jellyfish Lake, and honestly, it's magical. Even Survivor's grimiest tribe looks like they've been airlifted into a David Attenborough documentary. The music swells, the camera glides. For once, it doesn't look like they're seconds away from collapse. Bobby Jon sums it up best.
In the water, and all of a sudden you see, oh, there's a jellyfish, and then 5 minutes later, you're with millions, and they're just all just coming at you. It's kind of like a euphoric type of feeling.
You know what's worse than getting voted out first? Not getting picked at all. At number 4 is the Schoolyard Pick. In one of Survivor's cruelest twists, the season kicks off by telling 20 people to paddle a mile to shore only to immediately cut 2 of them before tribes are even formed. The unlucky duo, Jonathan, who jumped in early like a puppy at a pool party, and Wanda, a ukulele in human form.
2 people will not be selected to be on a tribe. 2 people will get on a boat immediately and be sent home.
Just like that, they're gone. No Flint, no buffs, no chance to whisper final 2 into the abyss. They didn't lose a vote. They didn't screw up a challenge. They just gave off the wrong vibes in the world's worst gym class draft. Wanda tries to keep the mood light with a musical farewell. Jonathan stands there looking like he just got fired on his birthday. The rest of the castaways avoid eye contact, like they accidentally made out with them at the bar once.
Willard stays in the game. Jonathan is out of the game. Wanda is out of the game.
To be clear, this was day one. No alliances, no true strategy, no time to make fire or even make enemies. Just a spontaneous game of survivor dodgeball where Jonathan and Wanda were the first ones pegged, and not in the fun way. Wanda, bless her heart, act like she's ascending into a talent show in the sky. Jonathan is polite, but you can see it in his eyes. He probably got laser hair removal on his back and he's pissed.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
You know the saying in Palau, you either win or you don't even get to play.
James is in. Bobby wins.
At number 3, we have the Sumo Immunity Challenge. Kobe, the sarcastic gay hairdresser from Texas, absolutely wrecks James, the gruff southern steelworker, twice. You could hear the fragile masculinity crack before James hits the water. James walks into the challenge assuming he'll dominate. Kobe, not on his radar. He sizes him up like he's about to wrestle a decorative throw pillow. But Kobe is ready to throw hands, or at least throw padded bags with alarming force.
James versus Kobe, immunity at stake. Winner of this match claims victory for his tribe.
Within seconds, Kobe plants his feet, leans into James, and just drives him off the platform like he's taking out the trash. James flails, Kobe doesn't budge.
And he's got him. James is in. Koror wins their 4th straight immunity challenge.
And then James, bless him, delivers a confessional that should be framed in a museum of repressed culture shock.
Feels terrible to have my butt whooped by a homosexual, you know? But a lot of gay folks are strong, man. They're all working out at the gym and all, you know?
Number 2, the Final Immunity Challenge. Let's set the stakes. The winner secures a seat at Final Tribal. The loser, possibly $1 million. Lifelong guilt and a permanent limp. Classic Survivor math.
Into your standing position on the small disc. The Final Immunity Challenge has begun.
Jeff explains the rules, and all 3 climb up onto tiny bobbin platforms that would make Cirque du Soleil performers wince. You cannot sit down, you cannot touch underneath the disc. You will do this barefoot. Katie the goat lasts 5 hours. She gracefully drops out and lets the drama unfold. Because this isn't just a challenge, this is Ian's 12-hour redemption arc, his Shakespearean downfall, and his guilt-soaked confession booth, all rolled into one. Ian betrayed Katie, he lied to Tom, and now he's trying to win their forgiveness by enduring saltwater torture.
I'll dive right now if you take Katie. I said all along that friendship was more important.
After 11 hours and 55 minutes of silence, Ian makes an offer. He'll quit the challenge if Tom takes Katie to the end. Not because it makes strategic sense, but because he wants their friendship back. Okay, Hallmark. Tom accepts. Ian steps down. And just like that, the game that was supposed to be won through strategy or survival ends in a live-action group therapy session.
Give me a verbal vote. Who are you voting out of this game tonight?
With tribal council postponed due to time and trauma, Jeff grabs his torch snuffer like a divorce lawyer with a restraining order. Tom votes Ian out right there on the pier. No buffs, no snuffs.
This is our last day. Wait, it's just Tom and I. Wait, I made it to the final 2.
Heard of Stephenie LaGrossa? Of course you have. You don't live under a rock. She's even coming back over 20 years later for Survivor 50. Well, she's our number 1 moment on this list. If you want to hear more about her and her legendary moments, click on over to our next video where we count down the top 10 moments of Survivor Guatemala.